Well, welcome back everybody. As you can tell, I'm not at home. I'm actually at our farm. Need your all's help on something, opinion. We won't get too far into it right now. When we get back up home, we'll talk about it a little more. We're going to talk about it with the other guys and kind of ask your all's opinion. But as you see, some of y'all have already seen before if you watch my older videos. I've got this car hidden, and y'all know Joe Dirte. There's a whole video on it. This is my other SS that's been hiding down here, and it's almost time to kind of start working on another build, but not 100%, but just kind of fiddling with it and doing a couple things to start on something else. The twin car's almost done. We've got a lot of parts sitting there. We could start building another one to go faster. But when we get back up into Louisville, we'll talk about it a little more and get everybody's opinion on everything. Comment. We'll get you guys to comment. Tell me what you all think. If we should build a Malibu or a Monty. But I'll kind of explain where I stand on it. But I'm open for all suggestions, and would definitely like everybody else's opinions on it. And we're also gonna get with Steve and Joe and everybody and see what they say. But we'll get back up home here in a little bit, and I'll film some more. And we gotta go to Steve's house anyway and do some filming on the 4-second Mustang that Steve's actually knocked out a lot on. Whew. And show y'all how impressive this man is in 2 days, 2.5 days. There's just so much already done you can't even imagine. So we'll see y'all in a little bit. So guys, unfortunately I haven't been able to make it to Steve's really. Past couple days have been busy. I actually went over there one day and didn't have my camera. Well, I guess it was yesterday, because I was at the barber shop right near his house and some bad shit's happened. I'm beyond pissed about it. I told you guys we're supposed to be getting a cage. The car was supposed to be leaving. As soon as I got it back together, you know, I was told as soon as we get it back together to inform the gentleman, and he would knock it right out, no problem, blah blah blah. Just like everything else, that was bullshit. You know, y'all don't hear me get mad too often, but I'm pretty pissed about it. So I started making phone calls, asking anybody I knew, hey, can you build me a cage? I need it now, because it was going to be 3 months, possibly 2 to 3 months before he would get me in. It was going to be a mild steel cage, and I didn't have 2-3 months. You know, when he told me he would knock it right out, you know, as soon as we get it done, I figured that was the case, and that was not it. You know, it just proves you can't trust everybody. So at that point I started making phone calls, talking to everybody I knew, calling, and a good friend of mine, or a good friend of our family, who's been around since I was circle track race, helped me out a lot with that, taught me how to build engines and mess with carburetors and do a lot of stuff. His name is Rick. Rick's Custom Fabrication in Louisville. He's a good friend of mine. He is actually a machinist by trade, and he helped me build my first cage in my first Monte Carlo. And he's like, why don't we just build it ourselves? He's like, we know how to do it. I've got a bender here, guys, sitting, a really nice bender. I'm not that good at it yet, but I guess it's time to learn. It sucks, you know. I really just wanted to pay somebody and be done with it, because I'm not 100% on the welding thing. I can weld, but when it comes to safety, certifications, I don't know all the certifications and stuff. Rick said he'll take care of that. He's got people that'll help us make sure that it can be certified. And some other things changed real quick, and let me show you. Let me grab this. If we walk over here, you'll see 4 sticks of metal sitting there. So guys, like everybody's dealing with, it is hard to find metal right now. I actually had a main hoop and a halo mild steel sitting at the house somebody gave me, and I was gonna go ahead and just finish it in mild steel and just build the last few bars and it would have been done. Couldn't find mild steel. Called every steel person around, every cage builder. Said, no, we can't get it. We can't even find it. One place said they might be able to get some out of Michigan. So that was a mess. And through this whole process, I was talking to my buddy Joe and you know Steve at Ant Motorsports. I'm like, guys, you know, I might try to build this cage, me and Rick, and I really don't know. I don't trust myself to weld it. And both of them stepped up and said, let's just do it. Let's do it together. We'll all do it. You know, my buddy Joe actually is the one that said, he's like, wow, we built everything else on your car. Why not go ahead and do the cage and say we built this whole car by ourselves? So that's what we're gonna do. The metal sitting over there was $800. It's almost $200 a stick. That is 1 5/8" 083 wall, chrome moly. So this is going to be a chrome moly cage, so it will be safer. I was informed by a chassis shop that I need chrome moly. My car is too heavy, really, for mild steel. I don't know how true that is. I'm not a cage builder when it comes to this. I can build a cage. I could probably do most of a cage in circle track, but the walls, we use thinner wall tubing, different tubing. It's not the same thing. And there's no real rules in circle track when it comes to cages, really. I mean, basically, as long as you have a basic cage, you're pretty much good. Half the time the welds don't even have to be good, they don't check. So I want this car certified so we can go faster. Very frustrated, pissed. Luckily, I have a group of people behind me that support me. I know, you know, I feel bad for Steve because I know he's probably not 100% wanting to do this, but he still said he would help out and help weld, because if you don't know, chrome moly has to be TIG welded. It's one thing I can't do. My boy Joe said he'll step up, he'll TIG weld it. I go pick up the wire, you know, the rod and everything. So he stepped up, Rick stepped up, Steve stepped up. None of these guys had to do this crap for me. Y'all don't even know how much I appreciate it. I mean, it's gonna literally save me. We can get the car done. We're gonna do it all ourselves. I know it'll be right because I'm picky. Rick is a machinist. He is very meticulous, so he'll make sure it's perfect, which is what I want. I'm gonna have to order the door bar swing outs and we'll just do it ourselves. So in the next couple of weeks, we'll be building a cage. We're still trying to figure out where we're gonna do it to make sure we have plenty of room, any piece of equipment we're gonna need. So we might possibly be doing it at Rick's. He might let me do it there. It's just very frustrating, guys. I'm pretty pissed about it. I actually do have an easy bin sitting over in the corner that's pretty much brand new. So we'll probably be using one of the easy bins. And we're gonna knock this cage out. We're gonna do it, we're gonna rock it, we're gonna do it. I mean, make it go fast. As fast as we can, get this cage done so that I can test. Because as of right now, we have no testing. Still gotta finish up a few things on the hood, but I can do that while we're doing cage stuff, so it's no big deal. But very frustrated, pissed. Luckily, I have a group of people behind me to help. That's really about it, guys. You know, it comes back to you can't always depend on the people you think you can. And this is one of those cases, and it's been very frustrating because it seems to happen a lot anymore. But we're gonna knock this out. I'm gonna go to Steve's in the next day or two with the camera. He has been killing it on Albert's Mustang, the turbos and stuff. Like I can't even tell you all he's done already. He's been sending me pictures as we go, and it looks freaking awesome. It probably looks better than even mine because his car is a little bit more open. You can do more stuff to it. That's it, guys. Like, subscribe, and we'll get back into talking possibly about a new car build when I'm not as frustrated with everything going on with this one. I have some crazy ideas for a new car that would actually make it probably like a lot of fast cars, but it's pretty much all it'll be. But guys, we'll get back to that in a later date. So with that, like, subscribe, tell me more what you want to see, and we'll be filming a whole lot more hopefully soon. Hopefully the weather breaks a little bit. It's back in the 30s again. So until next time, guys, we'll see you later.